Get your pecker on.
Whenever the camera will keep coming on.
No bullshit, it's time to go.
I can use pecker.
I love the word
That
pecker.
makes that way funnier. Why? Where did that start? Why did a penis become a pecker?
I don't know why, but I know. I
thought that was like a
realized it
British
was
word.
hilarious. I remember when I watched the movie Trainwreck, John Cena in that movie, I did find very funny, and he was like, there's a scene where he's like trying to talk dirty, and I actually uses the term pecker to just talk about situation. That's funny.
Yeah, so that's what they're. The share sounds good. The motherfucking share.
Okay, everything's set up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
With
hope,
the Alex
I hope
coach.
this sounds okay. I don't know if you
Probably
want to
not
move
with that
that.
thingy, but you would move it?
I don't know if you want to.
Nah.
Is that tilted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to untilt it though. That was my problem. I was trying to like untilt it, but I could. Oh. Dude, I'm so glad I went to school
No,
for that.
insane. You went to film school and you don't know how to level a camera.
Dude, the things you learn.
Yeah, what do you actually have? Like, do you have a diploma or
Yeah,
like
it's a
it's
diploma,
a
yeah.
diploma of film studies?
What do they call it? Digital cinema
digital
production?
Well, because it was digital media, so yeah, I just.
I could also call it DMIT
Yeah.
if I wanted to sound more multifaceted. But
How many facets do you really have?
at least one.
Well, yeah.
I mean, okay, so what did we all take? We took 3D modeling, there was Flash, there was web design.
I don't remember any Flash, not really any web design. Although I was remembering the time that I put the picture of Michael up on Facebook and almost got kicked out.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Basically, because like someone, the
teacher
the
assigned
teacher
us-
in our web class was good friends with one of our other profs.
Well, good friends.
Good friends.
I don't think they were. That's
Anyway.
why it was a problem.
Yeah, so he had photoshopped a picture of him wearing like a backwards cap with like dollar bills in the
And
background.
being a
so, like,
pirate.
and being a pirate, yeah, and like because this other professor was like like no bullshit, no nonsense or whatever, so I was just kind of like making fun of that. And so he thought this was a really hilarious picture, so he put it as his Facebook picture.
Because lots of people in our class weren't in web design, so they didn't get to see it. I wanted them to see it. And then apparently Nate like watches everything uploaded and everything on everyone's Facebook because they told that teacher that I'd put a slanderous picture of him up on Facebook, and he called me like, "What's going on? Like what?" And I had to explain to him like, "Oh,
You got a phone call from like an angry teacher,
Yeah.
an angry
Wow, that's
instructor.
So
what was that? Yeah, what was the
what the issue
conversation
was.
like?
It was really awkward and scary because he's a hard ass, and so it was like he was like talking like, well, yeah, they called me. I don't know what's going on. They think he should be kicked out of school or something. It was just like,
He said
No, they
that.
didn't.
well, they like that's how seriously they take it. Though. Like, you make fun of a teacher on like social media. It's just like, fuck this
Cyberbullying.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just like it wasn't really cyberbullying, and it was just like, oh, I mean, I just got this from someone else. I didn't realize this. I assumed this was like kosher. I mean, I assumed you guys are friends or something. But
Huh.
I think I got the web design teacher in trouble actually, probably because he was the one who like made it, and like the next day in class he mentioned it. It's like, yeah, people should not be posting things on Facebook.
Oh wait, so you didn't even make it?
No, I didn't
Oh.
make it. I just shared it.
Oh, okay, that's kind of
It was like I didn't really feel too at fault, other than
Yeah.
like he wasn't trying to hide it that much. He gave us all the files, so.
Weird.
But so we have 3 more pieces of fan mail to open.
What house.
What number
Yeah,
is
new
this?
house.
Yep.
Are we
I don't know.
89?
Might be 90 actually.
I think it's 90.
Yeah, I think it's 90.
Getting close.
90? That's
10 more till we're
quite
done.
quite a few.
And we only took, what, 2 months to record from the last time we recorded?
Yeah,
Something
no.
like that?
Probably more than that.
It's because we're not putting out the low quality ones. We've been
Yeah.
doing this week after week,
Yeah.
but they just haven't cut it.
Our standards are this high.
The high
now.
standards that fans expect of us.
So yeah, if you see this one, you'll know it's one of the top tier,
So
top
you
qualities.
wanted to do this because you have stories, right? You
Sort
said-
of. Well, there was one topic that was on my mind. I wasn't sure if you guys were ready for it though, because it's pretty personal.
Okay.
And so it's about using the bathroom.
High quality, baby.
So, your roots.
It was just something I was like thinking about, and I'm hearing from different people. It's like, you know, well, some people have like a shy bladder in public bathrooms, or perhaps a shy butthole. And I was thinking, like, I wanted to know what the consensus was on people with that, because I found that I have a shy bladder, but a very bold butthole. And so there's a real difference here.
Personal favorite flavor of Doritos.
Does anyone else? So picture this: you're in a public washroom, and there's maybe one guy washing his hands, 2 guys in the stall. It's a big washroom, and you got poop. How do you feel?
I actually like actively avoid going poo in a public washroom. Just
Well, it's like
I think
definitely,
we all
I would-
do, yeah.
definitely it's like even me, even though I have a bold butthole, I would avoid that. But it's like in the situation, it's not the end of the world.
No, but
My
my
butthole.
fear would be like, first off, because the toilet paper there is usually super thin and
That is true.
not really.
Half ply.
Well, you have to
Yeah.
just use a lot of it, though. You can just, like,
Yes.
apply several plies.
But then, what if you clog a public bathroom?
Then
and
you
then
run.
leave.
I've done that. You run. You just leave.
Ooh.
Well, technically, it was already not really my fault, but
I did that at
So
my
you
work
pooped
once.
in an already clogged.
Like, it looks
well,
kind of like a
I'm already
fat,
clogged.
sad Keegan Michael Key.
Viper, in case you're wondering, it looks like a fat I did at work once just because I like had to clean up a mess, and then I just threw all the paper towels down the toilet because I'm like, I don't care, it's not my toilet, and yeah, that clogged it. So.
Oh, well, yeah, paper towel
But
is
you
kind
worked
of...
there, so wouldn't you have to unclog it?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, I sort of did. I hit it with a plunger a couple times. I'm like, I don't care, and then I just tried flushing
You
it more
left the
times. And it
plunger.
worked. No, it worked. It eventually cleared up because they're big, strong toilets.
How's the pool been?
Yeah, I'm working in a different pool now. Not telling you which.
That's okay.
But yeah, I'm working in a different one, and it's not nearly as good or fun, which is very
Oh.
disappointing.
So it's more predictable.
Yeah, it is more predictable, and it's just less good overall.
Because are you in a
Coworkers
wealthier
aren't as fun.
neighborhood now with less weirdos?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
it's still kind of similar, but yeah.
Because the thing about poor people is that they're very weird.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
We still get a little bit of that. There's one guy, so I haven't told you about this guy, and he came to the pool for so many years, and so I was thinking I should have mentioned it. I've never mentioned, well, let me use his name, Abdul, before. Okay, so we have this large, like, I don't know, 300-pound, probably mid-60s man from Pakistan. And his name's Abdul, and he comes into the pool all the time. Abdul at the pool, and he'll just come up to you.
Wait, I do recognize that phrase. Are you sure we haven't talked about Abdul at the pool?
Not the podcast, so
Yeah,
continue.
maybe not.
Actually, you know what? I think that was an old news segment on our local news channel, Abdul at the pool, where he would just go to the pool and he'd be Abdul. Anyway.
And so he apparently had a stroke many, many years ago, and then he just got really weird after that. And so every time you're at the pool, you usually come in, and he'll just come up to you and goes, "Oh, my friend, come here, my friend." And he goes, "I come from Pakistan." And I'm like, "I know Abdul, like I've met you 100 times." And he's like, "I come from Pakistan in 1976. I come to this pool every day." I'm like, "You don't come every day. You're lying. I'm here more than you." "Oh, come here." And he's always just saying weird things. And the best part is he has a specific kind of phrase or go-to thing for each individual lifeguard, and I don't think he realizes that he always says the same thing to us. So he would always compliment my shoes. I had a pair of just average running shoes. And, "Oh, yeah, where do you get those shoes?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got them at a running room." He's like, "Oh, how much money?" And I was like, $50? I don't know. He's like, "Oh, that's a lot of money. In my country, oh, no, we don't pay for that." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Nice shoes, though." And then, next time he comes in, again, nice shoes, ask me where I got them. And then sometimes he's disruptive and causes problems and stuff. So one day he was annoying a lot of people. And I'm like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." So I just walked up and tied my shoe in front of him. He's like, "Nice shoes." So, like, I got him. And then we were able to keep him under control after that. The other things he would do, he would come in and always, he wanted us to get him juice. So he'd be like, "Oh, my blood pressure is low. I'm tired today." And so some people would give him juice for that before, and so then he knew that. So I just need the juice. So we're like, "No, we're not giving you juice anymore."
What kind of juice?
Like
What's
apple
available?
juice or
Like the canned apple juice, like canned Minute Maid apple
like
juice?
Tetra Packs. Just
Okay.
yeah. And so
You remember canned Minute Maid apple
good.
juice
Yeah.
from the like vending machines at school?
yeah,
I don't know if they have the canned juice
do.
anymore.
some
Yeah.
places. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not common.
Is it only in like educational institutions?
No, we had them on set.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
you
okay.
probably buy them in bulk for like craft services
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah, because they usually just try and buy as much for as little as possible.
Yeah,
So
'cause I'm sure
canned-
it's cheap,
yes,
yeah.
canned juice is probably the way to go.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
My favorite Abdul moment came one day. So there's this other girl who's working, and he comes in with a shopping cart. And we're like, "Well, we don't know why you have a shopping cart. He's not homeless."
Wait, in the pool.
Into the pool, yeah. He
In the actual pool area.
well, yeah. So he went through the change room with his shopping cart, brought it out onto the pool.
I think you have to get it past the people at the front, and they're like, $10 for the pool. By the way, why do you have a shopping cart?
He's like dragging it up and down stairs and stuff.
Well, he didn't. There were no stairs, so
Oh,
that was
I don't know
fine.
how
But
pools work.
yeah,
just,
okay.
just slight ramps.
But yeah,
Going
so
to the
like
water.
I think they just kind of went, "It's Abdul. He can have his thing." And so he brings his shopping cart in and he leaves it beside the pool. And I was looking later, like, "Why is there a shopping cart?" And they're like, "It's Abdul." I'm like, "Okay, don't worry about it." And it's a pool, so there's toys. So one of them is this big ball that's, this big type of thing, and it's just an inflatable ball. And he puts it in his shopping cart as he's about to leave, and he starts walking out with it. So this girl who's working stops, and she's like, "Hey, are you taking that ball?" He's, "Oh, this is mine." Like, no, it's not. He's like, "Yeah, I brought this with me." She's like, "No, you didn't. That's that Spider-Man ball. We've had that for years." And he's like, "No, this is mine." And he's trying to walk out, and she takes like, "No, you can't have this ball." He's, "Okay, fine."
So he wasn't really committed to the lie.
Not really.
I think he's there. He's just like aware of like that he can get away with a certain amount of stuff because it has, I guess being Abdul.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
being Abdul. Like
Yeah.
Abdul can get away with certain stuff. Abdul, he's cool. He's at the pool.
Yeah.
And I guess he just was like just seeing if he could get away with it. I guess.
And then my other favorite like mental image of him is because, like I said, he's this large Pakistani Muslim guy, and there's this not inflatable, but there's this big foam plane that kids will climb on and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can picture what would be in a pool.
Those foams that are like a frog or a plane.
Yeah, but this one is like it's 3D, I guess. It's not just a flat mat,
Oh.
but and so he'll just hang out in the plane like this 60 whatever year old man, just floating in his plane, and he'll have like a couple pool noodles with him and stuff too. He'll just float there and just enjoy life. So he's a sight to
So
behold.
weird.
He's having a good time.
So I haven't seen him anymore, but I miss Abdul. He's great. So now I work at a lane pool, but it's alright.
Oh, so Abdul was at the previous pool.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
honestly, yeah.
You should get a blue to come. Spice it up.
Tell them that's where you buy your shoes is at this
Yeah, exactly. I've been coming here since 1976. No, you haven't.
I remember you. I've talked to you.
Yeah.
1976.
Yeah, and every time he would ask me what my name was, I'd tell him, he'd forget for the next time, and he'd introduce himself. I'm like, I don't know. But he's a character.
That'd be nice to have a stroke. That'd be nice to just have that. Just to
I've often felt that way too.
Open one of those.
Oh, yeah, fan mail.
We could. I was just. Does anyone else have a bold butthole?
Oh, yeah, bold buttholes.
No.
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 It's normal. It's not afraid.
Okay.
It'll rise to a challenge.
Okay. A challenge to a butthole.
Let's go.
Poop in the craziest spot.
No, I don't get pee shy, and I don't know. It works normally.
Yeah, stalls are sufficient.
I only
privacy
ever did
generally.
one time when we were at in the UK and we had to piss in a trough.
Oh, the trough?
That would be
the
weird.
very
Trouble in the
no,
trough.
the very first time I was like,
Trouble
what
in
the
the trough.
fuck? What is this? Like, what is?
You've never seen a
I've
trough
never seen a
before?
trough before. I knew they were a thing.
We
but
had
I
them
wasn't-
here some
those are
places.
like those
I've never
sinks that
seen
you
them
have
in
at
everything.
Rexel.
Yeah,
Place.
that's what I was thinking. Those
Sort of.
gross
It's like there's like
things.
those long sinks,
Oh, I
or the
would-
ones that you actually press the pedal for, and then it releases the
those
water.
are awful.
Yeah, they're weird.
How do you? Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh shit.
Pee?
How do you pee?
No, yeah, the troughs are everywhere in like a lot of other countries to be honest, but especially UK. We found there's just pee troughs everywhere, even like in a McDonald's and stuff. It's like, guys, individual
Seems kinda
urinals,
gross.
do it.
It
Is
is.
it really?
It actually
Gross.
is. It's
How are you
insanely
supposed to,
smelly.
like,
It's like
disgusting?
it's super
Oh.
gross.
Like, how do you
Because
just? Oh,
you
sorry.
piss in it and then it's like slanted.
Yeah, so it just
so it's just
rolls
like
to the drain.
You better not stand on this side of the urinal because then there's like all the
Everybody's
piss
pee.
sliding on past you.
You're getting a piss melange coming
Yeah.
towards you. It's nasty.
Gross.
How do you poo in Japanese toilets?
Are there just normal toilets?
No.
Yeah.
Don't they have like a hole in the ground or something?
What?
Oh,
That-
Indian
that's-
ones, maybe.
That's like
Like,
more
in
impoverished
more places.
third country. No, it's like it's like India and China
Designated.
and some like rural places in poor countries do just have squat toilets where it's just a hole
Okay,
in the
but that
ground.
was like a Japanese thing.
Japanese
Japanese
had
have
fancy toilets with
bidets.
buttons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or and with bidets.
Bidets too, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Well, that's what the
experienced
buttons
a
do.
The days
Okay.
of our lives.
Bidets and confused.
bidet. Have any of you experienced a bidet?
No.
No,
I'm
there's
We're the
nothing
worst of
over
the
here, really.
days.
No, we don't get them here really. Like
I
you can
think
like
I saw one.
you can like order like little bidet like machines that you put in and then it becomes a bidet,
Yeah.
but there aren't like actual like toilets that are bidets here.
No.
Really.
Well, but usually, like most of them are like in Italy and stuff. It's bidets everywhere, and it's toilet, and then you move over to the bidet.
So we just have on
You
average
move over to the
dirty
bidet?
Yeah.
buttholes.
So
Okay, so it's a separate entity.
Yeah, you move with a poopy butt from here to there. It's gross, but
Oh.
yeah, no, they're usually separate. It's
So
toilet.
wait, does a stall all stalls have like two separate
No,
See,
I
don't
don't
think
never
so.
thought about
I
stealth.
don't think
There's still-
bidets would be in public.
Yeah, I'm
though.
pretty
That'd
sure.
be
Yeah.
gross.
Because
Yes, because
fancy.
they're
Fancy.
fancy.
Drinking
They're a
from,
luxury,
like,
I
No,
guess.
I think there would be though, because like they generally. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know much about Italy. Apologize to them, but I don't feel like toilet paper is commonplace there. I feel like it's.
Bidet. Okay, you
I
watch
think
it.
bidet is
I
way
wouldn't
more common
bidet.
than
My
toilet
butt would be soaking wet. You'd have to wipe it still.
No, they
It's not
have
gonna
like,
be
the thing where you
Oh,
push
what,
it
like
goes-
a fan?
Yeah, like
They
a
have a
fan.
blow-
You
yeah,
go-
hair dryer.
You poop in the toilet. You go to the bidet.
And then you go to the dryer. There's
That's
3
not bad, actually,
stages.
yeah.
3 stages.
It's like a Dyson Airblade.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Air
They never
blades.
do- it's not like oh, what is this? What is this roll of paper?
Well,
I've never seen this before.
I didn't say they don't have toilet paper. They've never experienced. I said it's not commonplace.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Maybe a lot of places do have both. I'll admit that, but I feel like Italy loves
Why
the
Italy?
bidets. I think they love bidets. Video. Hey, you're pooping over here. You come to me.
The bidet we're talking
And we're back, baby. The podcast.
Okay, so the first mail is from Leah in Ellensburg, Washington.
Ooh.
And it's got a bunch of like Cat in the Hat and Wilbur, Fox and Socks, Wilbur, and some other kids' book thing.
I don't know who those are.
What the hell are you talking about?
The
Fox
stamps, the
stamps.
stamps, fancy
Oh, okay.
stamps. But we'll see what they say. There's a lot of shit in here.
One of them's gonna be anthrax. I think we should really screen
Oh,
our
I see
mail.
that.
I'm
Although we're not
surprised-
been getting any
Yeah, we
mail, I
haven't
guess,
gotten
after
glitter bombs or like bag of dicks or anything yet.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Well, we still have 2 left, so we'll see.
Wait, what? There's writing on the inside of the thing I wrote. Oh, God.
Oh,
I can't
no.
read it.
Uh-oh.
Please blank other left first. It's just an order on how to read them, but I ripped it, so. Put it together like the Da Vinci Code. Where's the other bit?
That's
Nope,
exactly
the
what
other
the
bit's on
Da Vinci
here
Code
on this
is.
side. So we
Oh
gotta
yeah, there's the
turn
new Da
this
Vinci
off.
Code movie now. We'll see
Hashtag 420 now is hidden under the
They
thing.
put hashtag
What?
420 now in it.
That's funny, because
Right
we've
there,
never seen that.
underneath
I
and
need
stuff.
Until we ripped off. Oh, actually, we would have seen that.
How the fuck?
You have it backwards.
I do have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, there you go. Please open
Well, we already did it wrong.
the
my
other.
other letter first. Please open my other letter first. So they sent a different
They sent
letter.
2?
Yeah.
Not one of these. So,
So we did.
Wait, another letter
Is
within
it
the envelope.
That
The other
maybe? Yeah.
letter within the
Yeah,
envelope.
is it one of those ones that they do?
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense to send 2 separate letters.
They would put it in
They
the
would
same
ship it
envelope.
together. No, they would ship
Maybe.
it together.
You would think, but maybe they found something later. And
okay,
found
these are a
it.
bunch of little tiny things.
I don't think we've got one from a letter.
No, wait, then why would they know when they sent the original one that they're going to send one later on?
Well, no,
That could have been the
it's-
second.
it's if
Yeah,
this one
that
showed up
could have been the
first,
second.
and then they were
Oh,
like, I sent
okay.
one first. I need you
I
to
had
open
the same
that one.
Well, we didn't get the
Oh
other.
my god, you have minions
This
Tic
just
Tacs.
P.S.
Yeah, I had one
Dude,
earlier.
do you want to
Are they banana flavored?
They're banana
Oh,
flavors. So
God.
now they get the Minions, Tic Tacs, they're whatever.
Dominion. Let's play Dominion. We should play Dominion. I didn't bring it.
So these little notes, I don't know if I should read them now, but
That'll
they
make it
say,
easy to play.
P.S. I ordered you an IKEA catalog. We didn't get one, so thanks a lot.
I don't want this.
FYI, I can't make a Caesar salad at work without thinking of if my dick was a Caesar salad, so fuck you.
She thinks of Alex's dick.
At Robin, why do you have a shirt that says solar power on it?
Because I like power. I don't know.
Oh wait. Yeah, are you super into green power or is it a band?
Oh,
Why do you have a solar power shirt?
I don't know. Actually.
Is it a band?
It could be, yeah.
It could be a band shirt.
It's my
yeah,
bad.
sold out.
Yeah.
We can make
No,
it
I
band.
just bought the shirt. Oh.
I drew Polly with my eyes closed, and it's a weird little picture of Polly. And it says rest in peace too, that's weird.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Polly's dead.
Where is he?
Polly's here.
That's why we haven't been recording.
A beautiful snowflake.
We've been in mourning.
Okay, yes, then.
It's fine to read this out loud from the Rogue Loki.
He's not gonna read it out.
Oh, was this?
She, because it's Leah.
This was Rogue
Unless-
Loki? All of this?
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's wow. This is the fanciest writing font I've ever seen.
Can I see?
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
Abop.
cool?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
Oh, what the
That's
hell?
quite neat.
It's quite the font for sure.
Yeah, damn.
To have
Quite
with your
the
hand.
writing.
She tried hella
I haven't
hard.
read it, so
Okay, yeah. I saw Tide detergent in there.
Oh
so
my
I
god,
like
it's on
it.
both sides.
Oh my goodness.
Sunday, July 31st. This took a long time to get here, and then also be read.
It probably got here a month ago.
Dearest Abop, to start, thank you for making your videos. They bring me much joy. I met several friends through the fandom. Shout out to the fam, they know who they are. Or Tide detergent.
Yeah, shout out to Ted.
In clothes, I have included nothing because shipping to Canada is way too fucking expensive for me. I am a cook at a local fancy creperie.
Yeah, I guess crepe.
But they do not pay me enough. They do not pay me enough to send a $60 poster tube. So please imagine you have received.
You should have sent a crepe. They're thin.
Yeah,
You can fit in an envelope.
Although we might not have missed out because they say, so please imagine you received a Tobuscus poster I bought when I was in 8th grade.
That's awesome.
This was a long time before he was an alleged rapist. Whoops.
Yeah.
Dude, dope.
Thanks to you, I was inspired to start drawing and doing art again. My fan art has brought me closer to the community and let me meet even more cool artists. And the stream when I linked one of my drawings and you all looked at it was amazing. Your live reaction to my piece of Robin as a Robin made my day.
Oh, I like that one.
Also, when I made/recreated the whipped cream mac and cheese and you all talked about it on stream was amazing. I hope you stream again soon and do another
Disgusting
24-hour
person.
stream.
It's
I almost
not
made
that
the
bad.
entire one
No.
last time, but I ate too many cheesy biscuits from Red Lobster, trademark, and made myself sick because I'm a fucking idiot. Streams are great, 10 out of 10 would watch again. I love video games and I'm looking forward to Outlast 2, the Outlasting or whatever it's called. I know you get this commented all the time on vids, but I really hope you play it. BTW, I sent a letter with a bit less in it, so please open that one first. There's no explanation behind it other than I didn't know what to send, and maybe we did it, we just forget.
I actually think that we have read something from the Rogue.
Could be. Didn't know what to send Alex, or other than I didn't know what to send Alex, and kept tweeting to spam your PO box. Oh, and that I found a shit ton of old ass stamps when I was moving out of my parents' house. Hopefully they work. Okay, I'm done rambling. Now I think, and my hand is dying from writing in this more legible, fancier style.
Well,
GG and have a good night, boyos. Rogue Loki. I prefer my screen name to my real one. P.S. Pet Polly for me, please, and tell him I love him.
Okay.
Polly.
Oh, he's probably downstairs in the
I just want
rafters.
to pet him really mean like. By the way, Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Reddit, Rogue Loki. Okay, that's it.
Yay, thanks.
Thank you.
Gargoki.
This one's from Riley? Riley?
Guess so. I can't tell where that is.
Yeah, probably Riley.
Riley.
From what? From where? Where's Riley from?
It's Carolina, isn't it?
That's
C-R-I-A.
Riley.
So,
Yeah. Crying.
No, I thought we were looking at the city. I thought this was
Oh, no, yeah, it's
Never mind then.
It's Raleigh.
Raleigh,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've been pronouncing that wrong.
I think it's Raleigh.
Because
Raleigh, it's
Indianapolis
RA.
is a state.
I know, but I think it's pronounced
Raleigh.
I
Raleigh.
don't know
Raleigh.
these things.
Fucking
There's
idiot.
50 states. There's too many states.
Was
Dude,
it
I
that
can
who
name,
asked if
I
there
can
were
name like
50?
40 of them.
Probably.
I can name
Okay.
all
Well, I can name
50
50, but not.
Darn.
Except for Maryland's capital. I can't remember that for whatever reason.
Delaware.
That's not the capital of Maryland.
Yeah, what is the capital of Maryland? Is it just Baltimore?
No,
No.
it's not actually Baltimore. It's off. Yeah, I cannot.
And it wouldn't be DC.
Oh, it's kind of like a New York situation, but the most famous one is like just sort of a few minutes away from the actual capital.
Well, most American capitals are not in the big cities. So
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to us, which they usually are.
Well, they're usually like cities that are basically attached.
Well, sort of.
Well, I mean, in the case of like Albany, New York, and in the case of
This
I can't
is
actually think of anything
opposite
else.
Yeah. Dear 11 Drunk Guys, my name is Riley. Spelled the real way and then the phonetic way.
Gotcha.
And I love your videos so much. They make me laugh when I'm feeling sad. Sorry if you can't read this well. I suck at spelling. But anyways, I have made you guys a fanfic and would like to ask if you could read it on camera and put it on the wall so anyone can read it. If you
Put it on the fridge.
If you do, I fangirl at maximum overdrive. But in all seriousness, I would be very thankful and grateful. Your fan, Riley. P.S. Luke is gay, Luke is gay, Luke is gay. J.K. Luke, you're my fave, and don't forget Adam LaFuckboy Levine.
Well,
Adam.
Avril. Adam Levine is
Is
from
that
Maroon 5.
I love that
it does say Adam.
Avril. The fuckboy Levine.
Adam.
That fan's probably young, doesn't know Avril Lavigne is.
Too young for Avril Lavigne.
Gay Lovers Triangle is the name.
Triangle.
It's stapled too. It's an actual.
Oh wow.
Gay Lovers Triangle.
Who's in it?
Who is it?
Oh god, we can't read this.
Dude. Alex 3. Who's Alex 3?
Whoa!
I don't know.
I guess Alex.
Alex
basically.
LaFuckboy Levine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll start reading it,
No,
and if
no.
it becomes too raunchy, we can just cut this part out.
Let me
and
just see.
pretend I don't
wanna
read it.
glance
Do you
at
want to read it?
I want to
You
glance
just
at it.
bleep it
I'll
out.
just bleep it out if it's bad, or cut this part.
I'll read it.
Or
We're
just
doing
summarize
like
it.
Connor's story
Or
that one time.
summarize it.
when
It's
he
not
just
actually
said
that long. The
Yeah,
font
it's
is
really
so big that it's like.
Don't be mean to the font. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived two best friends, Alex III and Not Robin. The two were both super gay for each other, but they were too shy to tell each other how they felt. You know, I wonder where... Oh, wait, what? Okay, sorry. But were too shy to tell each other about how they felt. You
Now
know,
someone's
yes,
speaking.
now someone's speaking. You know, I wonder where our future wives are, said Alex III. Yeah, me too, said Not Robin, looking at Alex III with longing in his eyes. The next day, Alex III ran to Not Robin with tears in his ease. There's no
EYS.
second E. EYS.
I love that this had to be the next day, and it's like for no reason.
What is wrong? Said Not Robin as held Alex III in his arms. My parents, they have arranged a marriage for me, Alex III said as he held onto Not Robin.
Arranged marriage.
As if he was
Jesus.
going to disappear. Well, then it's better if I told you this now, said Not Robin. My love, I have loved you since the first time we played Outlast together, and I want to be with you till the galaxy dies.
Oh, that's romantic.
Alex III was shocked, and the only thing he could do was nod and hug Not Robin. Wait, said an unknown voice. Not Luke, Alex III said in shock and confusion. My love, do you not remember me, said Not Luke. Of course, you're my cheating hacker ex. Well, I know that you don't want to see me right now, but hear me out. Alex III nodded and let Not Luke speak his mind. Alex III, I am truly sorry for what I did. I love you. Please come back to me, my gay bear, said Not Luke. Not Luke said in a sweet and sorry-filled voice. But what about Not Robin and the arranged spelled wrong, marriage? Alex III said with worry in his voice. Heh. Well, actually, I'm the one you're getting married to.
Oh!
Shyamalan.
And Not Robin is just a fuckboy, so please marry
Oh,
me,
wow.
my love. Not Luke pleaded.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on your cupcake, fucker. Wait. Oh, it's on, you cupcake fucker.
It's
Oh,
on!
sorry.
Even still.
Fucker.
Not Robin said as he tackled Not Luke to the ground, and the two started fighting like two sassy black women.
Okay, that was needed.
As the fight continued, Slender Man came up to Alex III. Hey, you,
Wow.
hey, you wan make out till they stop fighting? There's no A on the end of wanna. Slender asked. Why the hell not? Alex III said as he smashed his pink gay lips into Slender's non-exciting lips, and they made out for 5 hours. The end. Thank you.
That's what happens if you find
This
all
is
the
like an
pictures.
actual, like, most of them are like trying to be ironically bad, but this was not.
Hey,
Maybe. They're probably very young. They can't.
No, definitely.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Riley.
Riley.
What if they're just bad at writing and they're actually like a teen, and we've just insulted them even more by inadvertently suggesting
No,
that
most
there
of it.
was-
I was just pointing out every. Like most of it was written.
This one,
really well.
I feel like
was damaged in the mail, and
Yeah.
Canada Post has an apology on it for sorry we damaged the mail.
oh, neat.
They
So,
fucked up the mail.
I don't know
All
how
the
they-
things to get damaged. This is probably
It's
all right.
all wet.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
Somehow-
got wet somehow.
Probably like dropped it in a puddle or something.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
Okay,
Fucking
let's
mail.
read this special mail from Canada Post. Dear customer, we sincerely regret that your mail item is damaged. It was found in this condition in the mail stream. We realize your mail
Well, that's
is
the problem. It's
important
in
to
the
you.
stream. They let it get carried down by a stream.
I could give it. Do we give them the information from Canada Post and dox them on our stream or on the podcast? Oh,
Just tear it.
oh yeah,
That's
here we go.
you. Hold that.
No.
Oh, boom.
Oh, you gotta
You
put
want
this
it?
on somewhere
Bro,
now.
sure.
You go put it up on the.
Oh man, it got all fucked up.
This is from Amber. Alert.
Amber.
Amber.
Amber from Florida.
From Florida. Florida Amber.
Still laughing at Adam the fuck.
Ah, there's a dick made of foam inside here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did it
foam-
absorb a bunch of water?
Foam dick.
Foam
No,
dick.
no, yeah, foam dick. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Foam dick.
How watered?
Um, Okay. It's 4 a.m. and all of my impulse control is gone.
Oh boy.
Take my metaphorical shit. Also, arrow to the bottom for no reason. Shameless self-promotion. Alright, mintydoodles.tumblr.com. Okay.
Minty Doodles. Spelled.
Do you notice that everybody has to be self-deprecating somehow in their thing? Everybody always
I think we
self-deprecates.
encourage
We
that
attract
too
low
much.
self-esteem
Yeah.
people for some reason.
Minty Doodles. It's just spelled like you think it's spelled.
Is that Connor and you?
I think so.
It was
Okay, this is a picture of Luke and Connor. I made Luke look like he got a punch to the face on purpose.
On purpose,
Yeah,
yeah.
you kind of do. By the way, Luke and I are getting married. I haven't forgotten.
Oh yeah, that's because Connor said that when we wore the matching
Oh,
outfits
yeah.
on that
Yeah,
one
it
podcast.
looks pretty good. No, it's you guys
Oh,
again.
no, it's Alex's. It's the Alex's. They're
Are they?
Yeah.
clearly you don't have to look at the image.
Does
Just
it
look at what it says.
That looks like Connor.
I think it's supposed to be Alex.
Okay. It's good.
It does say weeb, so I'm just
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's you guys. Yeah. Thanks, Amber. Good. I mean, it's
I'm
not.
balding as shit in this picture.
Wait, you're in this?
LeBron James.
Well, I don't know. It says weeds, so it's
You
like,
did introduce yourself as LeBron James once.
Wait,
so
then
I
who's
think
that
that's
guy?
what you do.
Is that Luke?
That's you,
No,
I
that's
think.
you.
It's got glasses. That are your glasses.
Look at his glasses. Fucking 4 eyes.
Well, go show them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So thanks, Rogue Loki, Riley, and Amber.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Speaking of Outlast 2, is anyone excited for that? Or?
I
mean,
mean, okay.
It looks more
like
it looks more or less the same, but it's still just like you're running away from stuff.
Yeah, I didn't watch anything on it, but
I actually, yeah.
Is
I
it
don't
not
know
out
anything
yet?
about it.
I felt like that should have come out like a year ago. Didn't Outlast come out like?
Anyone
It
want
was
to use the
2013, I think.
Anyone want to use the beat strip? It's primed and ready after all these months.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
You guys are a bunch of pussies. Rory's not a pussy. Like, he's the toughest guy I know.
I'm
Tries
the
to
toughest
relax.
man in the world. What am I agreeing to?
This is a wax strip for taking hair off your
Oh, no, is it now? Well, I am pretty tough.
Where's Polly?
At that point, I believe you start getting investigated for possible crimes against humanity.
Well,
Well,
cat.
it's cat.
Well, no,
He's
but
not
I
a
mean, like, if
human.
you're going to do that to your cat, you're probably going to do shit to people as well.
So, anyone have any funny stories aside from
I feel
Abdul?
like I
It's
did.
been a while since we even just sat and talked about stories.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. Yeah, we forget stories because like.
When it's too long, we lose track of, because like I'm sure things kind of happen to us on a sort of weekly basis.
I need to start writing them down again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I wrote down 2, but one's not that great. But one is, well, not that exciting. But some East Indian guy came into my work a couple weeks ago, and this was like at 11 at night, so it's pretty late. He's like the only guy. I'm just sitting there like helping him through till, and basically he came in and bought a thing, and it was like he seemed kind of confused about the purchasing process. And he kept saying like, "Oh, I'm from India." I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever. It's $10." And then eventually I got it, and then I gave it to him as change. And then rather than leaving, he just kind of stood there on his phone, or like he kind of stood there awkwardly for a little minute while I was helping the next people in line. And then he pulled out his phone and was just like pretending to have a phone call. Like I knew he was pretending because like when they left, he just like put it down and was like came to talk to me again. I was like, why is he hanging around? Why does he want to talk to me? And he was just trying to like, I don't really don't remember what he like led with, but the main thing was he was like, oh, I'm from India. I want to take a selfie with you. And I was like, okay, like why? I got the impression he wanted to take a selfie with me to send back home to India, I guess. So he
India needs to know about
he
you.
took a lot of selfies with me though. It's weird.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, okay, sure. I was like, I wanted to.
Did he
talk,
ask how old you were?
No.
Okay.
Guys
but,
here for pyramid scheme.
He did take some selfies with me, and then, well, he seemed a little offended because after like 3 or 4 selfies, because like I was like, okay, and then he was like, tick, 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 and it was like, okay, and then eventually he was like, just kind of awkwardly standing, looking at me expectantly, like smiling.
You're gonna take a selfie of him now?
No, I was just like, yeah, have a good night. Pushed him out the door. He's like, oh, okay, good night. And I walked away. But it was weird. I don't know where those pictures of me are, but Hopefully in India, I guess.
That'd be nice.
Does that inspire anyone? Any stories of selfies? Weird people?
I can't think of any.
I have a sort of saddish story.
Ooh.
Not
Those
that
are
sad.
good.
It's really not as sad as some of the old other ones, like the drunk old ladies. But some old guy came in through my till, and he took forever to pay because he was like trying to count all his change, tons of change, and he couldn't figure it out. And it was just annoying. It was like, okay, just go. And then he left and walked to the parking lot. I see him walking away. And then some other guy comes in like 2 minutes after. And at the time, I didn't know that he was clearly in some way related to the old man. This guy was like 40, and the old man was old. Or then 40.
42.
Yeah. And so this guy, I'm like helping him to till. And then he's kind of seems preoccupied. And he's like looking out the window. And then he ends up holding up the line too because he's just like, oh, hold on. And then like runs out of the store. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are these slow people? And then he runs out and he's like in the parking lot. And that old man had walked to a white truck on the other side of the parking lot and just opened the door and climbed in the driver's seat. And the guy would like pulled open the passenger and was like, whoa, whoa, and like motioned him to got out. And he walked him towards a different white truck.
Oh.
And climbed in and put him in it.
Oh,
And
no.
then closed it up. It's like not the driver though, it's like the passenger. And then came back to pay. And it's just weird. It's just like, oh, that guy got in the wrong truck. Why was that truck unlocked?
Yeah.
But still, it was just kind of sad that the guy clearly didn't really know. Or not mentally there enough to at least remember where the truck was. But still, I just thought it was weird. And it was annoying too. But that's basically it for people stories.
Yeah, as far as work goes, nothing still has topped the old man pooping.
Dude, I don't think you told that on here.
I think I did.
I don't think so.
I think you
You
just
don't-
told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you should.
Yeah, do
For
it.
posterity's sake, 'cause I actually don't remember.
I
how
forget a
it
lot
went.
of the details, and I
Yeah,
like the story.
so
All right.
you were pooping.
It wasn't me.
He's got a bull butthole. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I was helping out a guy at the computer store, at the computer place,
Yeah.
and he was chatting with me. And every time, he had his computer in, and he had messed up his operating system. I'm pretty sure he got like a ton of viruses on his computer. So I was just suggesting, all right, we're gonna just basically like reinstall Windows for him, whatever. Every time he talked to me, though, I felt like when he said like words especially loud, or when he said them with like force, like breathing force, like his breath hit me. And I was like, oh man, his breath's awful. Like his breath smells like really, really, really bad. And when we got his computer to get a technician to take a look at it, I signed it in, and then okay, we said, all right, we'll call you later and let you know what's up with your computer. And then as he's walking away, one of the people who was working in my department also comes over and says like, oh my god, I think he made a mess in his pants. He points and looks, and there's literally like poo coming from his butt, visibly down his leg, all the way down his pants. Poo from his butt.
Wait. Where was the origin of it?
So clearly his butthole was very bold.
Dude, that's the
He has a
boldest
bold butthole.
Yeah, real butthole.
Actually, this was a result of a butthole that had been too bold in its younger years, and now, unknown to the individual who owns it, is
He's
released.
got the butthole hubris. Really.
Yeah. And so, as it turns out, it wasn't his breath that I was smelling. It was just his poo that was coming out of his butt that I was smelling. And it made sense because his breath did smell like poo now that I thought about it. And so he basically like shuffled away because he walked very slowly. And I looked to where he had been standing. I peered over the till and looked, and well, what do you know? There was a big puddle of pee right there where he had been standing. A big puddle of urine right there where he'd been standing, chatting with me the whole time. So he was chatting with me whilst pooping and peeing.
Oh, no.
And I realized like afterward, like the two people who I was working with, they were like, dude, yeah, like I could smell him from way over here. That's why I moved to this other till far further away, and I could still smell him. And he was like, yeah, I was holding my breath the whole time. I don't know how the hell you tolerated like this poopy smelling man standing right next to you this whole time. And yeah, and he shuffled out the store, and he left little trails of little poos on his way out the door. And so we had to, as soon as he left, we were like, oh my god, there's poo everywhere, and we basically like grabbed all the cleaning material and went crazy on it. I brought back the laptop, told the technician, use gloves, and he did use gloves because he has gloves for specifically this reason, and he used those when he was working with the
You get a
system.
lot of middle-class pooping customer.
You'd be
I
surprised
would think,
how
yeah,
broke
I'm
some
not
people
surprised.
are.
I get like some
Yes,
gross.
yeah.
There are some
Yeah,
gross
come
ones.
for sure.
Yeah, my fan fried. I got cum in it, and now it's like, okay, glove time.
Oh, weirdly, someone else brought their system in with the fan not working, and we found a dead mouse that was just
Whoa!
lodged in the fan.
Damn.
That's terrifying.
Anyway, so basically, I had his phone number, so I was going to call him when.
Just to grab a coffee.
No, because I told him we'd be holding on his computer for like it could be a few hours because we don't necessarily get to work on the systems right away. We have like a queue, and it was going into the queue. It might be a few hours. We can't even necessarily guarantee that it's going to be ready by the end of the day. And he says, okay, yeah, I'm going to hang around for a few hours. So he left, but he didn't seem, because he said that he had lived in a different city. He said that he lived somewhere like an hour and a half away from Edmonton. And so I was like, oh, shit, okay, he's not leaving. That's bad news, because if he left, that'd be good. But he's not leaving. And about an hour later, he came back, just because he'd gone for lunch or
Yeah, he
something.
probably went to Mucho Burrito or something. It's just like, oh, line there. You gotta refill the tanks.
But he came back, and then he came back to chat with me.
The Super Bowl.
I was like, oh no, oh god, he's coming back. And then he was sitting over the table, and I was saying like, oh yeah.
He hadn't changed his pants or anything?
He hadn't changed, no, he same stuff. He still had the same poopy pants walking in, and he came in and he was chatting with me saying, oh, like, yeah, like, how long is it going to be, whatever. And I told the technician, like, get it done as soon as you can. Please, 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 please. I went back and told him, like, take it right now. Work on it right now. And he's working on it. He's like, okay, I'm just going to reinstall his operating system. I'm not even going to investigate. I'm just going to reinstall it, get him out of here as soon as possible. And then I was chatting with him, but I was trying to, like, subtly imply, like, it might be a bit, I would suggest you go in and getting lunch. Because I didn't know if he had gone lunch or whatever. I didn't know what he was up to when he was gone for that, like, hour that he was gone. And as I was chatting with him, I was trying to keep talking with him and keep engaging him so that he wouldn't sit down on our chairs that we have in our department. Because we have 4 comfy chairs in the department that customers can sit
Oh,
on.
they're probably like fabric.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
They're fabric chairs that are very comfortable. And then, despite my best efforts, he had went over and he sat down on the chair. Okay, so that chair is now, I don't know where that chair is now, actually, because later in the day, so he sat down the chair for a little while, and then eventually he kind of gave up after sitting there, and we kind of hinting him that he should probably go do something else with his time while we were still working on a system. He finally gave up, and then I was talking with him, I kind of went around to talk with him, just kind of like, give him that little personal touch, just a
Little smack on the butt.
Okay, but this I'll never forget, and this made me almost like lose it, like in front of him, because like I was kind of like restricting my gagging because he smelled bad, and he came in here and he sat there, and literally we had shifted all of our operations to the farmost hills opposite of where he had been sitting, and we could all smell it, the customers could all smell it, and we were all kind of getting out of the way as much as possible, and he seemed to be completely unaware of everything that was going on. So when he got up, I talked to him. He said, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back a little bit later, okay? And I said, all right, yeah, that sounds great. And then he without looking down, he flicks his leg, and a little flake of poo goes on the floor. And then he uses his shoe and he kicks it under the chair. This little piece of poop. And I'm literally gagging, talking with him, saying, all right, we'll see you later. As I'm like hiding behind the till, gagging. Oh no.
That's so awful.
Oh
Dude,
no.
I can't believe you guys wouldn't just tell him to go, like, give him a broken laptop and go. Like,
Yeah, because it was a genuine help.
I would refuse service.
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what kind of like how the management works on like customers always right, but it's like in my store, I'd be like, get out, get out. Like, people come in poopy, and they're probably drunk anyways. But he probably wasn't. But at my store, it's like, get the fuck out.
So yeah, we threw out that chair after he left. We said, all right, first thing we're getting rid of this chair right now. And so we cleaned it up again, picked up the chair, and we just set it out in the back and said, all right, the homeless people who hang out in the back, they can take it.
They can have the poop chair. It's a toilet for the.
Yeah, we left it next to their mattress that was in the back of the store that they have there.
Give them a little TV.
And
This guy keeps pooping on furniture. They'll just keep getting more stuff.
and
It's an inside job.
and we knew he was coming back again because he didn't get his system. So we're like, oh, he's going to be coming back soon. when his system's done.
So you guys like haven't.
So
ran
We
around
hid the
everywhere.
chairs. We hid all the chairs. We took all the chairs from the store and we hid them in the back. So there was no chance he could have sat on anything. There were chairs we couldn't move in the front. We stacked boxes on them. We stacked like computers on them. So it's like, oh yeah, we're just using them for
Or
storage.
you run the risk of him sitting on the computer.
You guys went through so much just to avoid saying, you pooped yourself. Don't sit
Yes,
down.
that's
please."
exactly what
That
the
guy,
situation
like that
is.
is like not even bold butthole, but bold brain because
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point, flicking, he knows.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the
it's like-
alphaest alpha
Dude,
male.
he's
that's
just
like
like,
ever.
dude,
Yeah.
customer service, they will not call me on my shit.
Look, seriously,
I would've
because you
come.
said he left for an hour, right? So there's like he's literally leaving a trail of poo around the city. Like,
Dude, that's the thing.
And that's how he can find his way back to the store.
Yeah.
He came back after and still had a poo.
They still have the poop pants.
He
Yeah.
might have kept pooing. Maybe he just never stopped pooing.
To this day. But when the last time he came back late in the day, he had changed his pants. So he had apparently become aware of it. I don't know whether he
Still
bought
poo
them
with
from
them, but it
Walmart
was-
probably. But he came back and he took it, and he left forever, and it was the grossest thing ever.
That actually would be.
I feel like
personally,
okay. Let's say you're the poop,
Shroom
you're the poop
dookie.
man this time. So you
You're the
come up
poopatrator.
and you come up and you're talking to Luke, and then you poop yourself. So it's not like just accidentally happened. Your butthole was bold. You poop and piss yourself, and then you go away for an hour. Would you go back for the laptop, or would you just be like, well, it's a lost cause. I shit in public.
No, but it really
Trail.
contributes well to
That
your
would be
alpha
hard.
male theory because he's like, they know. There's no way they don't know that I pooed and peed in their store and like left a trail
Like
toward the
you would
front
think
door.
if he was subconscious, he would have walked backwards out. Like,
Well,
goodbye.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I know he's an alpha male. Would you, if you were the poop fiend?
If I was
you
in a
were
position-
bad, would you leave your laptop? Would you write it off and just be like, there's no way I can go back?
No, I would go back,
after
yeah.
I poop.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
laptop.
change my pants and then go.
Oh yeah, that's a good
First place,
No, I'm just gonna go back and poop in my
Well, I
pants.
mean, he did. So,
Well, yeah.
If you had to do, I mean, if you've already made like this terrible mistake, then the most you
No
can
way
do
to
is,
write
like,
this.
No, there's no way to write it. The least you can do is come back relatively clean.
Oh, that was my twin brother.
Well, you can't pick up his laptop.
Well, I don't know how long it's been since we have a genuine poop story, but those used to be a popular
That is
segment of the
poopiest
podcast.
Of poop stories, really.
I mean, you can only poop yourself or be around people who have pooped themselves so many times.
Well,
That's
we're
a
gonna
good
make
point.
it
disagree.
After you've been around someone who pooped himself 100 times, you can't for the rest
No,
of your
I
life.
mean,
It's
there's
impossible.
it's so unlikely. What are the odds that you're going to be around somebody else who shit themselves in public?
1%.
Not
What's the
often.
limit?
Not
you can
often.
only do it so many times.
The world is such a big world.
Dude,
You can't.
I'm gonna
Yeah, with a lot of poop.
You can't interact with someone who pooped themselves
Twice?
every
3 times?
week.
What's
Yeah,
the number?
That's crazy. That's too many times.
What's the number, dude?
How many times have you interacted with someone who pooped themselves? This one time, any other times?
How many times have you
I don't know, I have to think about that.
It's the limit one
time.
It's only one time. I don't believe that. I think you can.
Luke's got that poop story and him pooping in the bathtub or picking the poop out of the bathtub story. Those are the two. In 22 years, he's got 2 poop stories.
So what's the limit? 2?
One per 11 years seems like a
Oh,
reasonable
okay.
number,
Hello,
right?
what was my poo there?
Right? How many times have you interacted with someone in public who pooped themselves?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
Or
It's,
peed
it's
themselves.
very
That's what I'm
rare.
doing.
It's very rare.
I didn't pee myself.
At least you peed on.
Stop it.
You actually probably did pee yourself,
Stop
didn't
it.
you? Your bashfulness.
I didn't pee myself. I didn't pee myself.
One time I peed myself
You're
up.
slandering him.
Sue me.
I remember when I was younger, I was carrying stuff into our house from our car, and then like the door was closed, and I was holding stuff, so I was like knocking on the door like with my body, so like open the door, and I had to pee really bad, and then my mom like just took her damn time coming open the door for me, so I just peed right there. I couldn't hold it in. I had to pee my pants holding onto whatever heavy thing I was.
Could you put it down and go pee
It was not.
somewhere?
Okay, you have to think. I was like 6 years old.
Oh,
maybe,
okay, yeah, that makes a lot
maybe 12 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe 18.
It only happens every 11 years. And I was talking about poop stories today with people at work, actually, but like, I don't have any new ones. I like telling the story of you pooping on your foot. I think
Oh,
it's
that,
funny.
honestly, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my poop for the first 11 years. Actually, that was probably the second half.
I feel like you have poop stories constantly.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
It's because you got a bold butthole.
I do. I would like to use it more.
No.
Oh,
Do tell.
Get it used more like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's because like pooing, I can really just force it out with muscles. You know.
As opposed to
Like
what?
threatening with your muscles, like, you better come out, I'm gonna beat you up.
Yeah, pretty much. No, as opposed to peeing, where it's like, I mean, you think you can, but I can't, Like, if for some reason my body was like, I don't want to pee, I can't make it. But, man, I can make my body poo. That's the important, distinct difference there.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
Do you want me- I can poo myself right now. I can't
Yeah.
poo myself. I'll tell you what. It won't pee, but it'll poo.
In front of our audience?
I picked the wrong couch.
Nobody
to
wants
sit
to
on.
like.
I still don't get that you can't burp. Like, how's that a thing?
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
You know?
Can't you just go like?
It's not something to be proud of.
I ain't
Can't
proud.
you just make yourself burp right now? Like. Ew. Okay, gift that.
It's not a burp. I'm just making weird noises.
Well, yeah, but like.
I can't. Like, honestly, like any sort of stomach thing, I feel like the only thing I could do is maybe barf.
Yeah.
No, I definitely, all I could do is barf, maybe.
Can you just barf right now?
I don't know. I don't want to open this door. Like, I've got a shy bladder, bold butthole, but I don't need a fucking pompous puker or something up in this. That's too much. If puking felt good, then maybe. Because, like, there's some situations in life where maybe puking would be cool.
Yeah, like on my floor. He puked
Yeah,
on my floor.
I blamed it on me, but it was actually him.
That was him too.
No, he did, though. It was weird. He only showed up for 5 minutes, showed up,
He showed up,
puked in front of
puked, and
me,
then
and then left.
It was funny after that. A friend of mine there, he was drunk and passed out, and he was laying on the couch. So we're like, okay, everything will be fine. And then suddenly, Nick and I are outside, and an Uber shows up, and we're like, who are you here for? And they said my friend's name. I'm like, that's weird. So we go and grab him. Like, did you order an Uber? He's like, yeah. And he stumbles out, gets into
He
it.
had like the phone, like
Yeah, I guess.
here.
And then he gets into
It's weird
this
because you
Uber.
don't call an Uber.
No, yeah, you use the
You
app.
use the app and just like
Yeah.
use your fingers. So
But-
like calling an Uber.
He gets in the Uber, it spins around because it's about to go the other way, and immediately stops. And Nick and I are still outside just watching it, and he goes like tumbling out the passenger side and pukes all over the ground. It was great. And we didn't help him. I just remember us standing back and being like, eh. And then he got in the Uber and left.
You've got a crazy, scary new house. Like it's
It is
spooky
definitely
and
spooky.
weird.
It's a little spooky-ish.
I think it just the layout is so unique.
The layout is quite weird because it's very,
I
very
would not want to be in the basement alone or the bathroom alone.
Or anywhere.
Bathroom's
else.
way better now. I repainted it, and it's
You
not
did?
scary anymore. Yeah,
Okay, but
it's because it was
Geek
dark
doesn't
paint.
make there be no walls.
No walls. What?
Well, there's no walls. The bathroom's also the dryer. And
No, we're talking about the
What?
upstairs
Oh
bathroom.
no, the real bathroom,
Oh,
not
okay.
that.
The downstairs bathroom isn't really
Yeah.
a bathroom.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I mean
not
it
a
is,
bathroom.
but not
Yeah.
really.
No, that's a panic room. That's the oh no, I have to puke. I'm gonna puke in the toilet, which
And then also
people did.
Also, I don't think you should be talking shit on anybody's basement. Yours is pretty spooky, also.
Wait,
This
here?
one here,
Yeah.
you have a bathtub.
Bathtub in
Dude,
there.
that's for drowning kids.
It's an unfinished basement with a bathtub that's got a chain on it.
A
to,
big
keep
bathtub
people
too.
locked
It's
up.
huge.
It's
Yeah.
a weird. Like if you
And
take
it's
a bath,
elevated.
yeah, it's like you're on display if you were to take a bath down there.
Honestly, I should take a bath.
Apparently it's because the former
that should be the next
owners.
podcast. All of us taking a bath in that tub.
Bathtub.
Apparently it's because the former owners were dog groomers. And they used to bathe dogs.
Really?
Something?
Yes.
Yeah, they just bathed dogs. Well, because I walked down there, I was like, "Why is there a bathtub here?" And they're like, "I don't know, grooming dogs." Like, that's the dumbest answer. But
It
yeah.
does have like a little hook on it to like chain things up.
Hook
to.
up your dog.
Yeah, to make sure it doesn't run away.
Oh.
I think actually that would be kind of hilarious though if I took a bath in there. Then come with Jaden come home.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of spooky houses, so there's a neighborhood of houses that's like North Edmonton between there and Fort Saskatchewan that the city bought because originally they were gonna like put a plant there or something, and so like they bought all
What
the
kind of plan?
Fern.
that's a plant. And so like they evicted everyone, wound up never actually developing the place. So there's just a bunch of like spooky deserted houses there. So we were
What
filming.
kind of dessert?
Dulce de leche!
Instead of flan.
Plant dessert. It was all sort of merged together. Anyway, so we were filming up there 2 weeks ago, and so one of the houses like this has been set deck to be like a zombie apocalypse house or whatever. And so it's got like a cement floor, so we go in there, and like there's a pentagram on the floor. I'm like, oh, did our department do that? No, that was there. It's like, what, really? Yeah, and like no one can remember like how it got there. It's apparently just
Some teenagers snuck in.
Must
like,
be.
a week
Yeah.
earlier.
yeah. But then like the locations manager said like when they were going to go scout the house, apparently the door actually did the thing where it opens on its own as they walk in. And she was like, Kate, no,
Wow,
I'm
this
not
house is
going in.
perfect.
Yeah, no, it looked good, but yeah, no, just random pentagram right there on the floor.
Well, that's weird.
Actually, speaking of graffiti at my dad's place, all through the back alley, they went out one morning and every house had like cool graffiti all over it, like all on like big white garages and fences and stuff, and people had just like tagged with their stupid like. No, I have no idea what it actually said. Like it was just like his cool name.
Yeah,
that's all.
squirrels
Like,
was
yeah,
here or
but exactly.
something,
But it's
yeah.
like I literally can't read what this says, so it doesn't matter. But then they were looking around, and it's like, oh, I guess they just didn't hit our property. That's cool. So they get in the car and drive to work, and then drive home, and they get home, and they were like, oh. There's a big dick spray painted on the back of the car.
Oh, of the car.
Yeah, on the car. And it was
Oh.
just like, ah, come on, man.
That is pretty bad.
That sucks.
So they had to
How
get
did
it
they think
repainted.
someone honk at them behind them? You would think people would see that on the road.
You'd think it's a dark color of the car. It's a dark color of car, and it was
And
black
dick.
spray paint, so it wasn't super noticeable, which is how they missed it, I guess, the first time. But
Just speaking of dicks, this is not to do that transition, but I just thought it was really funny. I saw it today during an NFL game. Somebody threw a dildo onto the field. Yeah, there's a dildo on the field. It was great. It's really simple, but I thought it was funny. It's quite large.
yeah, I wonder how they snuck that in, because I guess you could have it in a purse, because they look
Or-
for liquor and stuff.
You know how they snuck
I mean,
it in.
oh, yeah. But I mean, like, you definitely could you get in there with like just a shitload of.
Oh, you can get in easily. Like security at those kind of things is terrible.
Yeah.
When I went to the new arena we have, like they didn't. They're supposed to search all your stuff and like.
Well, because they have
didn't
metal
properly.
detectors and stuff.
Yeah,
so-
they have metal detectors. So like I put my phone and keys, and then they didn't even scan my ticket too. So like they're just totally incompetent in my point. So if I wanted to sneak dildos in, I could have easily. They'll die.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with the dildo I have, because obviously I can't keep it forever, because someday I'll
What?
have a life and kids and stuff.
Well,
You're thinking ahead about the dildo? Like,
That's
that's
the
the
biggest
biggest
problem.
issue?
Yeah,
You know, you gotta find a way to be able to display it without people being aware that it's a dildo. Like if you could get like
Get
a
like a
stuffed,
rubber- no,
like a
get-
stuffed head of an animal, and then just put the dildo just inside it, just so you can always say like I have a dildo on display
Or
here.
just like you see the microphone over there, you could just get like a bunch of those and put them all in a row, and then just have that in the middle because it's kind of a microphone.
Blends in. Well, right now it's on top of the chandelier light up there.
Oh, there's a rubber chicken up there.
Yeah, I got the rubber chicken light up there. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
how
that same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminded me. I just remember hearing a story on the internet, like way long time, of a guy who said he was really depressed and stuff. So he was getting suicidal, but he's like, okay, I don't want to do it. So what he did was bought like a whole pile of dildos and like gay porn and stuff, and then had that in his room. And he's like, well, now I can't kill myself. As long as he had that, he knew he'd be alive.
That's a cool
Life hack.
life hack.
Oh yeah, so I went to Vancouver for the film fest. That was the thing.
What'd
that
you do
happened.
besides the films? Cool.
I found a crazy cool hidden arcade a block away from my hotel called the Movie Land Arcade, and it was the coolest place in the whole world. And I spent all my spare time there, and I spent so much time playing Crazy Taxi on the machine that they had
I could
there.
have played that at home.
I know, but they had an actual arcade machine. You don't understand. It's different.
It is different for some reason.
They had, well, the steering wheel. They didn't have the seat. The Crazy Taxi, the seat. Those are so hard to find. I mean,
you're
even the
standing with the steering wheel.
I know it's
That's
awkward,
really weird.
but those are what's. I mean, it's even rare to find those, let alone the ones with the actual seat. But yeah, it was really cool. And what I found, Vancouver's a very interesting city. They have they have a really big homeless population there, and we have a homeless population too here. But like homeless people here are scary, and you avoid them because they yell at you and they ask you for stuff.
Maybe they yell at you. You seem like the guy to get yelled at.
Yeah, they ask you for stuff.
Homeless people are just annoying here. I really don't
Yeah,
like homeless people.
But the homeless people in Vancouver, there's like a harmonious existence between the homed and the homeless in Vancouver. Like they don't bother you, generally speaking. And there's tons of homeless people in Vancouver.
Been down East Hastings. They're pretty scary. Those homeless.
Dude, that's actually, I think that's exactly the scariest thing. Okay, went to this fancy pizza place, kind of in, I don't know if it was in Gastown, but we walked on our way back to our hotel, and it was a long walk, and it was like fine, totally fancy, nice shops. Then all of a sudden, out of goddamn nowhere, there's like dozens and dozens of people lying everywhere, and like being crazy and drugged up. We're like, oh my god, and we're like normal dressed people walking through, like, and it's like it was a weird feeling, like I'm a rich person.
Yeah, you're just like a normal person, but it's like you're the rich person.
Yeah, to me, I felt like I was like the rich, privileged person walking through the poor people neighborhood, because they were like just, it was like so sad. But we made it through there, and it was like 2 blocks, and then it was like normal again. It was very normal, fancy stores once again.
I was going through there once, and we were with these guys from like a few different countries, so they weren't really used to it. And we were staying in a decently nice hotel here, and then we had to go to this place, which is also decently nice. But on the way was that, and so we kind of wanted to be like, okay, just close your eyes for like 2 blocks. We sort of not like this. But as we were driving through, this woman who's like clearly on drugs and like has been forever, like she's all frail and like looks like a witch basically, comes out onto the street in front of us, so we like change lanes to avoid her, and she just go like, like making weird noises, and then she rips her clothes off. I was like, oh no, what are you doing? It was terrifying. And so it was funny, and all these guys are like, what's going on? We're like, I'm sorry, I swear it's not all like this.
Where was that? Like here? Or?
No, that was Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! Another weird thing about Vancouver, they have a mall in the middle of like downtown that has one of their Cineplex theaters in it, and for some reason they have escalators up to the theater that are like over top of this big empty space, and they have no support directly underneath them, and they're the scariest escalators in the world, and like lots of people were going up them, and I literally didn't go up those escalators because I was worried. I had this worry in my mind that they were going to break. Because if anything happened, you would be dead, because they were suspended like 3 stories above where the actual like ground is in that spot. I don't know why they would choose to do that.
To scare you.
Barely on the edge of safe. Just like right at the margin of safety.
But that arcade was like the coolest thing. It was ran by some old Asian guy who just sat there on his phone all the time, and he was so good at dispensing quarters. So because all the machines, what's cool about the arcade is that it was all 25 cents and 50 cents for every machine.
Wow!
And you'd never find that. If you find an arcade place, it's going to be one of either 2 things. Everything's going to cost at least $1, or it's just going to be crappy crappy new arcade games that are based off of mobile games. And that's usually what it is if you go to like a Cineplex theater. They're all like crappy arcades.
Yeah, or like to line up the thing.
And they used to have decent arcade games, arcade cabinets in the Cineplex theaters. I remember they used to have Lucky and Wild, which I always liked playing, for example. And now they have nothing that's good. And this had a lot of cool games. They had tons of pinball. They had 8 Daytona USAs next to each other that would play in System Link.
I played that yesterday.
I walked by, but we were busy going to a movie. We saw 8 people actually hanging out just playing Daytona USA together and it looked awesome. It was so fun.
Okay, so you'd rate that as a pretty cool one. I haven't been to Beercade yet. I don't know what they have.
It's awesome.
But like, I
Really?
don't know.
Oh yeah, I've been there lots. Last 2 nights.
Okay, why is it
I want
awesome?
to go there.
Yeah, okay, I guess we can talk about it on here.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, no, the atmosphere is great. It's so much better than the place that was there before. I'm trying to leave out details, but anyway, no, it's really cool. Like they have tons of games and stuff. Their beer is really cheap. Man, Tuesdays $2 for real full pints. What?
From what type of beer?
Crappy, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, we went there one time, and it was weird. I was walking by the bar, and I had a beer in hand already, and we were just going to play some game. And the bartender just yells at me. He's like, "Hey, beer!" I was like, "This is?" Like, yeah. And he's like, "You want another beer?" I was like, "No, not yet." And so then we walked to play the game. We start walking back by. He's like, "Hey!" And I finished my drink at this point. I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And he's like, "I'm getting you beer." So I was like, "Okay, fine." So anyway, I walked over and I got 2 beers because he's like, "You want beers?" I was like, "Okay, 2." He was very aggressive and it worked. And so that's when I found out, whoa, these are $2 for like full pints. And so then we walked over and we're sitting at a table. And I think at this point there were just 4 of us. And a waitress comes by being like, "Hey, you guys want any drinks?" And one of my friends is like, "Well, what's on cheap?" There's like, "Oh, there's $2 beers." And he's like, "Okay, we'll get like 8 of those, I guess."
If you want to go Tuesday night,
Yeah.
That's like my Friday night because of my work schedule.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm so down. Yeah. And
11, like every night. I
and
can't wait to have a new job.
yeah, so we ordered 8 of them, thinking like they were going to be this big, and then suddenly they're all that big. So yeah, we ate a lot, and then met some Somali guys, and it was a lot of fun.
Because I'm definitely down to go and play lots of arcade.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
beer
probably
cade's
could,
great.
though, depending on what time you guys go, I would be down. Because
Yeah.
I can only come like after 11, but
Well, yeah.
And it's good because what it is it has basically everything. So if you just wanted to play arcade games, there's those all night. If you wanted to hang out and sit at a bar, you can do that. If you want to go to a dance floor, you can do that.
so how many arcade games do they have?
Tons. The whole thing is filled. There's a
It's a big space.
You remember where the old dance floor was?
I actually don't remember where this place is.
The rack.
Oh.
You remember where the old dance floor was? That's now all pinball machines. They have that many pinball.
They
to
have a
fill up that
section
whole
just
bit.
for them.
Yeah, and then they have other stuff at other places. Like, oh yeah, it's good.
Because I was just thinking, like, how do you make an arcade bar good? Because I feel like it would be like, I feel like I would definitely prefer
Denizens
to be
good.
more game than bar.
I've never been to Denizen. Still, I've been talking about it ever since it started.
That's
'Cause
right,
I just
yeah,
like, because
yeah,
I just
yeah.
like arcade cabinets. I like playing arcade games.
I never actually played any
Because I would
arcade
much
games.
rather
in
have
Denison, to be
like,
honest.
Daytona USA. It's like, oh, cool, 8 land, but it's like Daytona's a shitty racing.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
So it's
Overall,
like-
it's like a pretty
it's like-
boring.
It's just for nostalgia.
Yeah, it's like
It's
I
kind
would
of
rather
like-
play
yeah.
like I would love there to be one with like, whoa, Tower Fall.
Yeah.
Okay,
That-
no,
that-
it doesn't
oh my
have good
God,
games.
It's so
It's
nice
so
to be
cool.
like
No, 'cause
actually hype over games, and then be like,
You totally get hype over the like basketball thrown
That-
into a
yeah,
little thing.
that
Yeah,
makes
okay.
sense.
dude,
Like,
I am
physical ones
unbeatable
like
at that. I will play anybody.
I'm unbeatable Crazy Taxi. I got super.
Because
cool
there's only like a
scores.
handful of like arcade games that I even particularly enjoy. Like Rampage was fun, but that's
Rampage
about,
rules.
but that was about it. Like I'm trying to think, like, because everyone's always like, "Oh, it's Pac-Man on an arcade machine." It's like, yeah, but Pac-Man's not that great of a game. So
Well, yeah, the games
Well,
suck.
do they have
like,
any of
Street
those
Fighter
shooting ones?
sucks.
Because co-op
Yeah.
shooting ones are kind of
They
fun.
were okay.
I
Yeah,
can see
the
that
Buck
being
Hunter or
Wait,
whatever.
Oh, yeah, the
standard
standard
hunting
hunting
games.
games.
Yeah.
Where there's like zombies coming.
Yeah,
in.
yeah, like-
House of the Dead.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had House of the Dead at the other place too.
They should
House
have
of
a
the Dead's
typing
kind
in
of
the den.
boring.
That could be hype.
Typing in the den in an arcade cabinet.
2 Korean guys there, and it's like, whoa!
They're taking so well. That's fun. Like there was that, I don't know what it is. I was talking about it today. Wrestling WWF game
Yeah.
where I was Macho Man Randy Savage and the guy I was playing was Hulk Hogan or something. I beat the crap out of him just by going and hitting all the buttons. 'Cause, I don't know what to do. Like, so yeah, the game itself is really bad, and yet it's funny just because you're like, oh, I'm Macho Man, and stuff. So yeah, no, they're great. It's a really fun place.
It would be like,
Yeah, come
yeah,
on
I don't
Tuesday.
get my hopes
Okay.
up for it to be like super
Well,
cool.
yeah, don't
At
expect
the
it
very
to be
least, the
amazing.
atmosphere will be cool. And
It's just
just
it's just a good atmosphere for the
But-
place. Tuesdays are quiet enough.
I would think so.
Yeah,
don't
because
know
I don't want to go when
there's
it's busy,
places
because I want to be
days.
able to like play the game.
Friday and Saturday were hype. They were good.
Busy.
Yeah, busy and yeah, good.
There's also a new VR
It was
place, so I
Halloween,
want to
so-
on White that just recently.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
just
well,
to play because like they bought a bunch of stuff from our store, so they just have like a bunch of VR setups for just people just like you pay an hourly rate just to play VR games.
That'd be cool.
Like
Because,
Vive
well, it's
games.
hard to get access to them right now. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Have
It is a big
even, like, had
initial
a
investment.
VR headset on before?
I haven't
Yeah.
actually.
You have?
Mhm.
Where?
At school, I was in a class about technology, and then
Oh, cool.
they just brought it, and then
They brought it.
yeah,
They brought the
he
hype.
owned an Oculus, I guess,
Okay, it
and
was
then some guy
Oculus?
just brought it, yeah, and then he just wore it. And it was like, whoa, there's shit all over the place. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really uncomfortable. I didn't like the way it felt at all, but it was also.
I went.
like,
I don't really remember how it felt
I'm sure
when I
you
had
would
my
get
glasses
used to
on,
it.
but it would be bad with glasses for
Mhm.
sure. But
but like I've never tried like a Vive or the.
Couldn't you
PlayStation
theoretically
one.
like adjust it for your prescription so you didn't have to have glasses?
maybe I
That
would
would
think
be
if they
neat.
wanted.
I don't think that
to do
is a
but-
thing.
That'd be
I'm
too
sure eventually that.
Ah,
could
I
be
guess
a
probably
requirement.
not.
They
No,
definitely
you're
would
probably
never
right.
implement
That doesn't make any
that.
sense actually.
Yeah.
Really futuristic.
Because it's only on a single flat screen, so they can't use like adjust
Oh, yeah.
like, the actual depth of it anyway. Because it's not like a 3D thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to look through a lens anyway for it to adjust your vision. Like you can't just make it a blurry picture and have your eyes.
Yeah, I know,
see
that's-
it, right?
That's
Yeah.
like what I realized after I said that out loud.
I guess if they had a really advanced, like curvable lens in front of the thing that you're looking
Yeah.
at, but that would never happen.
No.
There definitely have been experiments where they've made like movie theaters where you sit in like a booth basically, so it's like just a regular movie seat except like there's walls built around you so you literally can't see anybody else except for the screen. So they're like could potentially eventually be a like a VR movie theater kind of
Okay,
thing.
but then they have to start making good movies.
Exactly.
First.
It-
This is the real thing.
It's not like
So
that.
few movies
They're
like,
making it
in
right now, but like
mainstream theaters
eventually
that are
there
actually
could be.
interesting.
Suicide Squad's good.
Yeah, what do you mean? It doesn't mean that they're like. Just because you don't like movies that are out doesn't mean that they aren't making movies.
Good film
No,
fest
no,
movies.
but I just think they should make good ones.
It's not good film fest movies.
Yeah, I actually
Moonlight,
Tony Erdmann was
Handmaiden,
cool.
Tony Erdmann.
It's not my fault, and I don't care anyway.
Is
a good movie.
Is that what you were?
That was the first movie I worked on. So
I saw the Canadian premiere of 24 by 36, a movie about film posters. It was pretty decent. It was a cool documentary about movie posters. But I just went to it because I was like, well, had to go to Deadfest, which is like a scary movie thing, and I was like, I don't like scary movies all that much, so I'll just go to anything that's not. So I just went to this documentary, and we show up there, and it's just like, oh, and by the way, this is the Canadian premiere for this movie. And it was just like, why didn't you put that on the website or anything? Like, more people would have wanted to go to the first time ever in Canada.
Oh, because I guess we should. Or is there anything that we can do festively for Halloween? Because this is like the Halloween.
I didn't
month.
know
I went.
Except this will come out way after Halloween.
Oh yeah. Well, it's too late anyway. This is the closest thing to Halloween that we have.
Maybe, so day
Halloween?
I went to a
Halloween
party.
sucks. Fuck
I know.
Halloween.
Yeah, I went to.
I agree, but it's fun at a bar. It's really fun at a bar.
I like
I
that.
feel like most
The
holidays.
kids are gonna come to my door tomorrow. I'm gonna tell them to go away. Like I'm not gonna open it. I don't
That's
want
why you just have your lights off. And then they
Yeah,
won't
exactly. I
come.
don't want candy for the kids. I want candy for me.
You should give them Tic Tacs, minion Tic Tacs.
One Tic Tac each.
Yeah, leave this out. Just leave this sign that says, "Please take one."
That would be pretty funny. You should do that.
Funny.
Yeah, just leave it fucking open. No, honestly, just pour them in a pile on your stuff. Please take one.
The bowl.
Not even in a bowl.
Dude, the
no,
cost
actually-
we call people think it's like a bunch of Molly or like some sort of pills.
That would be really funny to get like a big bowl also, so that when people come up to the door, they think that they're going to be.
No,
candy.
say, please take one, an empty bowl, and it'll be like,
Yes.
oh, some kid
Yes.
stole all the candy from
Yes.
this bowl.
Oh, that's so genius. We'll never get the doorbell ring once, not even by a confused person. Oh wait, we might.
Yeah, by like good Samaritans who come up and they're like, someone ate all your candy, kind of thing.
Okay, no, I'll put a bunch of bread, little slices of bread. Please take one. I'll put like jam on some, peanut butter on the other. It's like-
Okay,
You're the guy every kid hates.
no kid has ever.
You know what?
Face to face.
buy raisins. Get raisins. And give those up to kids.
I
They'll
lied.
never
Luke's
come back.
Luke's the guy
Yeah,
every
but then
kid
he's gonna have a
hates.
shitload of raisins.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
like
gonna
raisins.
pay for raisins.
Ugh, fuck raisins. Fuck Halloween, fuck raisins.
Yeah.
Halloween.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
like
saying.
Halloween's fun for kids, and it's like.
And
I hated it as a
I like-
kid. Oh god.
I like to
Well,
have
Halloween's
fun.
fun.
I don't
until
like
you're
costumes.
until
Yeah,
you're like
exactly.
I don't
Everyone's
like
like,
costumes either.
hey,
They're
dressing
really
up.
bothering me.
12,
It's like
13.
I like costumes more now than I did when I was a kid.
Actually, yeah, same.
Like,
I still don't like
but
costumes.
well, it's like I don't know. I'm not like woohoo costumes, but as a kid, it's just like whatever. But now it's like, oh, I could be like a cowboy. I don't know. That's just an example.
Yesterday I was a guy with an L because I found an L on the
I
street.
saw that L.
Like it wasn't actually an L. I don't think. I think it was part of like a frame that got ripped off, but it just became this yellow L. So I'm like, okay, I'm a guy with an L now, and it just every time somebody lost at a game, I just passed them that.
Hey,
It was
when
fun.
you Snapchatted the L, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I lost at games, and you guys
Yeah.
give me L's.
I loved I was at a party last night, and one of my friends, he had this costume that I died laughing at this. He came in and his thing was he was vacation dad, and he had like cargo shorts, a fanny pack, and like a tropical shirt, and like one of those like almost like safari hats, and he pulled like brochures out of his fanny pack. He's like, "All right, kids, we're getting up at 7 a.m. We got some hikes you gotta do tomorrow morning, bright and early." And that's all he did, telling people that they have to get up bright and early tomorrow. And that was vacation.
Hey, I never want to go on a vacation with my family again,
Why not?
because that's what it's like.
Have to wake up at 7 a.m.
Right early.
We're going to the War Museum.
Did we tell that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you dragged me to a war.
I did
museum
not drag you.
when I'm
I said
so
I'm
hungover.
going there, and you were like, "I guess I'll come," because you were like, "Were you gonna go hang out with Aaron?"
Yeah, he's worse.
Exactly. I did not ask you or tell you to come. You just came along, and then we're like, "This sucks."
Well,
and then we went home.
I'm on a vacation with friends, and I'm like, well, what should I do? Probably hang out with those friends. And you're like, we're going to a war museum.
No, I said I'm going.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm going.
What am I supposed to do? Just split off from my buddies? Come on.
Go hang out with Aaron.
No, it's boring. And then yeah.
Was there Holocaust elements in this war museum? You're saying Aaron is worse than
Yes. No,
in
war museum
retrospect,
sucked.
there would have been better. It would have been cool to go to the Pena'oth, or no, Cardiff, the Cardiff Museum. That was closed on a Monday.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah.
It was like, no, that museum would have sucked too because it's a museum.
What else the fuck are we going to do for like 3 or 4 hours on like a Monday afternoon?
Drink,
Nah.
drink liquor and beer. $2?
Nah. Also, you ran out of money by the last day, so it was like probably
Could have got more.
Could you sell his body?
It's because I had to buy all the rounds. Anyway, yeah, this is a good podcast. I think we're way over time, right?
No.
No? This is like an hour and a half, I thought. Isn't
No,
it?
it's like hour 13.
Oh, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty close to it. Yeah.
Anyone have any closing stories?
Halloween, I like the idea. I like things that instill a sense of community. I like the idea of like community.
Yeah.
Things that contribute to a sense of community make me happy.
I like
Like
just
when the
random
internet comes
holidays,
together
too.
to like make fun of someone or raise money for whatever. Like that makes my heart go boom boom boom.
I just like having holidays.
Did you ever watch Xenon? Girl in the 21st Century. Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom. That supernova girl. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
Just
We're not going to make it
please just cut it as soon as I say zoom, zoom, zoom. My heart go boom, boom, boom. That's